on this computer. Hello, everybody. This is Move Easy Yoga Online with it's September 12th, 2020, starring Kathy as our student model. But I do want to say, if anyone else is inclined to model, you just let me know, because Kathy and I will share the show. We're going to start. And it is kind of a benefit. It could benefit your practice.
Absolutely.
Because you get some special attention. Let's go ahead and start the way we always start, with it's interesting. I have a printed class notes and the introduction I left off. So here I am. I'm going to tell you what you're going to say. Just start by quieting down, lying on the floor on your back. You may want to put a small towel or a stack of washcloths underneath your head so that your cervical spine is in neutral. Your knees can be bent or flat or extended, legs extended. You could put your legs up on a chair, or you could put a pillow or a blanket underneath your knees and extend your legs a little bit. Just come into the room, leave everything else behind. Start to notice your breath, the breath you came in with. Notice the floor supporting you. Notice the air wrapping around you. If you have a sankalpa, a positive statement that you practice with, a mantra, you can go ahead and say that here. I like to say, I love my body and my body loves me. Imagine the spot where your pituitary gland sits. I'm going to tell you how to imagine. Know that you have two optical nerves that run back behind your eyeballs, at the back of the eyeball socket, and they cross outside the socket. And where they cross and a little bit below that is the pituitary gland. Just imagine spending time in that location. And then bring your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers or stack your hands. We're going to do vagus nerve reset. This is an easy way to de-stress and find the quiet, healing side of your vagus nerve. Without moving anything else but your eyeballs, and your eyes can be open or closed. Shift your eyeballs to the right and wait for an involuntary sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Come back to center and shift your eyeballs to the left and wait for an involuntary yawn, sigh, swallow, or gulp. Return to center and repeat this set, vagus nerve reset, twice, right, left, without my cueing it. This is Stanley Rosenberg's basic movement. He's the author, he's a superstar, vagus nerve superstar, and the author of a book called The Healing Power of the Vagus Nerve. This is a practice, a movement that you can do anytime, anywhere. You can do it seated or standing as well. Come on back. Keep your hands where they are. We're going to move into head ramping. So this time, your hands are just holding your head, and then you're going to press the occipital ridge, which is at the back of the base of the skull, back of head. Press that into your hands and into the floor, and then hold for a couple breaths and release, and then repeat. So press and breathe. And release. This is a movement specifically designed to correct for rounded shoulders and forward head and text neck. So it creates strength in the cervical spine and teaches you to nod at the skull instead of rounding the cervical spine forward. And finish up. And bring your hands down by your hips or on your belly. We're going to do, well, let's do rib cage breathing. So in that case, you may want to put your hands, wrap your hands around the bottom of your rib cage so that you can feel the expansion of the rib cage on the inhale. So just inhale Expand the rib cage in all directions, side to side and back and front. And then exhale. And do 5 more. If you want to, you can try to make your exhale a little, or allow your exhale to be a little longer than the inhale. One more breath. And then bring your hands beside your hips. We're going to do some hypopressives, core work, pelvic floor work. Stay in this supine position and bring your toes up toward the ceiling. Heels stay on the floor. We're going to do a bridge variation. So the first thing that happens is I'm going to cue 3 breaths. On the 3rd breath, make sure you've gotten all of the breath out of the body. And then I'm going to count to 10 while you hold your breath out and lift your hips and bring your arms overhead. So Kathy's giving you a little demo here. Pre-breath demo. Now, 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Big exhale. Hold your breath out, lift your hips and bring your arms overhead. 1, keep holding your breath out, no breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then inhale and bring your hips down and your arms down. And exhale. We're going to do that again. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Hold your breath out, no breath. Lift your hips into a bridge, your arms overhead by your ears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And inhale, the hips come down, the arms come down. So hypopressives is a practice that was created in Spain about 10 or 15 years ago. It's designed to create pelvic floor and core stability and strength. It also helps with incontinence. So it's a good practice. There are some YouTubes up on the internet about it. We're going to start. This is a therapy ball class, mostly. We're going to start with the neck and jaw series. So you need a brick, a thin or a thick yoga brick, or a book, Anna. I don't know what kind of props you have. And you're going to need the two balls, two therapy balls in a tote. Horizontal, underneath your occipital ridge. So we're starting supine. This does go to side lying in a minute, but starting supine with the therapy balls horizontal in the tote at the occipital ridge. So the trick is to not have it roll down into the curvature, natural curvature of your cervical spine, because you'll lose a lot of the benefits. So with your balls in that position, just nod, chin up, chin down. And you may, if you're new at this, you may have to keep readjusting the balls and putting them back in the place they belong. 6 or 9 repetitions, chin up, chin down, slowly so you can feel the benefits. If you have a lot of pain, you can cushion this or use a sponge ball instead of your harder, grippier therapy balls. And after 6 or 9 repetitions, come back to the center and then a slow movement side to side over the balls. Therapy ball work is myofascial release work. We're always looking for tension that we're holding in the body and releasing it with the balls, with the touch of the balls into the area. If the pain or if the tension continues and gets worse, you need to stop the movement and see a doctor, or at least pay attention and find a better way to do this. But if the pain or the tension starts to subside, you're doing good work, meaningful work. Welcome, Diana. We're starting the neck and jaw series with the therapy balls. When you've done 6 or 9 side to side, think of your nose and make a figure 8 with your nose. And do that 6 or 9 times. So slowly releasing the back of the neck. Reverse the figure 8. Come back to center and then look all the way to the right. So at this time, you're really on the right ball only. You're looking as far right as you can go. And then go ahead and nod. Chin up, chin down. It's a small movement. 6 to 9 times. Just feeling the relief and the release that happens when you use therapy balls. These are the ones I use are yoga tune-up therapy balls. They're available at the Yoga Tune-Ups website or on Amazon or Mercado Libre. When you're done going that direction, just switch. We were doing side to side, Kathy, or we not? Don't switch directions that you're looking. Switch from. Were we doing up and down, or were we doing side to side?
We're doing up and down. Now we need to do
now side to side. It's a small side to side movement though, because you're still looking to the right. Come all the way to the center. Look all the way to the left. You're really only on the left ball now for this move. And then a small up and down movement. And then a small side to side movement, still looking to the left. And finish up and come on to take one ball out of the tote and lie on your side, side lying, stacked shoulders, stacked hips. Place the one ball behind your earlobe, just behind where the earring backing might go. And this is an area where a lot of people hold tension. If it's too much, you might want to put a washcloth on top of your ball to just soften it a little bit, soften the effect. Or you could be on a sponge ball instead and just start to nod up and down. This is the neck and jaw series, so soon we'll be working on the jaw. So releasing tension that we hold in the neck and the jaw. And the temple, actually. If you're about to fall asleep, you're not the only one. But wake up, stay awake, there's more. Six to 9 times, and then a small side to side movement. So if you don't have yoga tune-up therapy balls, use tennis balls Or if you don't have tennis balls or anything similar, you could roll up, crumple up a sock inside another sock and act as if that's a ball. We're going to stay on this side and do 2 more movements. The second movement is at the jawbone. So take the ball and place it in the middle of your cheek. And just find a place that seems important and meaningful to you. And then just start a movement, an up and down movement in the jaw area. This could be very uncomfortable for people who hold tension in their jaw. Or sometimes when you're on one side, you start feeling it on the other side. Six to 9 times. And now do a side-to-side movement 6 to 9 times. And stay here and open and close your mouth 6 to 9 times. And finish up, and then put your ball at your temple, just outside your eye. You may have to take off your glasses. You'll find a place that really wants your attention. We hold a lot of tension up here. There are actually several places probably that want your attention. Find the place that wants your attention most. And start to nod, chin up, chin down. And then side to side. And finish that, and then switch sides. So lie on your left side if you were on your right side. So we're going to finish there are 3 moves we'll do here, 3 locations actually. The first location is for the ball is the therapy ball is behind the earlobe. And then start to nod, chin up, chin down. This is a place that a lot of us hold tension. Leslie, who can't be here today, she's working, but she said that when she works on this one side, then the other side starts really hurting. So I'm trying to work with her on that. And just knowing that it's a sign of tension you're holding, maybe in a couple different places. This whole series is useful if you have insomnia and you want to try to lull yourself to sleep. So when you're finished up and down, then a small side to side movement. So when you've finished both up and down and side to side, we'll move to the next location. Go ahead and move to the next location, and which is at the cheekbone, in the middle of the cheekbone. Just put the ball there. And start to move up and down. Over the ball. The brick that's underneath you needs to be high enough to allow you to stack the bottom shoulder under the top shoulder. So Kathy has a thin brick, but someone else might want a bigger brick, a thicker brick. So now side to side. And then open and close your jaw. Finish up and bring your ball to the last location, your temple. And then up and down. And side to side. Small side to side. Now, this is a bonus. Can you stay on your side, but put your ball at your forehead and face your head to the wall, to the floor. So you're staying on your side, but putting the ball at your third eye, and then just rolling back and forth. You could also do this, come up to a seated position and just roll the ball over your forehead. But I find that we hold tension in the forehead just like we do in the temple. So it's kind of fun to roll some of that out before you move on to something else. So often I add this forehead movement. Before I come up to anything. Come up, I would like you to finish up and come up to seated, a floor seated position. So crossing your legs or stacking both knees and pointing them forward, or being in a kneeling position. Just anything. I want to check in. Well, I want you to check in with yourself and see how you feel after the neck and jaw series. So just close your eyes. It's like a little meditation, and ask yourself, what happened? What happened? And just take note. And then come up onto a chair with one therapy ball. You're going to sit on a hard chair. It should be a chair with a hard bottom, or a stool, or a box, final box. You're going to place the therapy ball right in the middle of the glute, the right glute. The reason I'm doing this, making sure that you get a sense that you could be flying on an airplane and use these therapy balls to your benefit. So you could do this on an airplane. So there you are. It's at the glute. First, just wait. It's called compression. Wait and feel what's happening. I think I'll get in a chair and do this. Just stay here and then, rather than trying to roll forward and backward, just open your knee out to the side and then bring it back. So the knee goes out and back. And do that about 5 times. And then lift your leg out in front of you, your straight leg out in front of you. And then bring it back down and back. Do that a couple times. And then go ahead and bring your right knee towards your face. And then cross the ankle. Figure 4. And keep the ball in this place. And breathe. And then fold forward, flat back, hip hinge. Hold on to your knee and your ankle and use your hands to keep your spine in a straight, like a broomstick, as you fold forward. So this is totally stacking of movements. We're working with the therapy ball, releasing the glute. We're working with the spine, straight spine, and with a figure 4. All of these things all at once. Come on back and switch to the other side.
Where's that therapy ball?
The therapy ball is in the middle of the glute.
Oh,
You're sitting on it.
oh, oh, oh.
Yeah. Well, you're sitting on it. And just waiting. So we're on the other side now. Just waiting and feeling some of the release that's automatically happens when you sit there. And then if you want to, you can start moving your left leg out, the knee out to the outside. Just drop the knee or even lift the whole leg and move it out. But it's a bent knee movement. It's a side to something of a side to side movement. You could put your hands on the back of your chair to help you sit up, stay upright, posturize. And so side to side. And you can open your leg, straighten your leg and close it. Straighten and bend. And straighten and bend. And then go ahead and bring your knee, your left knee towards your chest, and then cross your ankle into a figure 4. Sit tall. Hold on to your knee and your ankle. And then fold forward, hip hinge, flat back hip hinge, folding forward, keeping your chest open, keeping your spine straight like a broomstick. So we're working on releasing the glute and opening the hip, releasing the lower back, and opening the chest. Come back up to seated. Now we're going to put the ball at a different location, and we're going to start on the right side again. We're going to put the ball, we're going to put the ball between the inner edge of the pelvis and the tailbone. There is a little muscle there that holds a lot of tension. You don't want to be on the tailbone, please. And you're not on the pelvis. You're in between.
Uh-oh.
This may leave you breathless. Uh-oh, what?
You dropped.
You canceled out for a few seconds, Mom.
Oh, I did?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I did get a notice that it was unstable, so. But it went for a second. So they've
Can you show us your own body where we're supposed to put it? Because I don't understand.
Yeah, well, we didn't hear that part.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to show you my body. I'm going to tell it to you. So you're going to put the ball between the pelvis, the inside edge of the pelvis, and the tailbone. There's some ligaments and some small muscles there. You don't want to be on the tailbone. So this is a very delicate spot. You don't want to, you're not going to be doing moving up and back and forth or side to side. You're just going to be waiting for a release to happen of that muscle. Some of the muscles and ligaments that are in this area that get very tight, actually, and stressed out. So see if you can find it. Actually, I think you're going to feel it. If you sit there for a while, you're going to you'll feel it. You might want to come up.
Ball. Almost like where you're on the other side of your sits bone. And
It is on the inside of your sits bone. Yes.
okay. Yeah. Okay, good. I guessed right.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is like one of those places that is very strategic and very simple, actually, once you find it, but also very profound in terms of it works on an area that, we never go to. There's hardly any way to release this except with a therapy ball. So try the other side, you guys. So just move it to the other side. Remember, you're not on your tailbone. You're not on your sits bone. You're somewhere in between there.
Kathy, are you still with us?
Is everybody still with you? With me? I'm still here. Someone has dropped, but I don't know who it is. Bridget's gone. She might, we'll see if she gets back. She might have been confused by the instability of my internet.
So that is a very deep feeling.
Isn't it? I mean, it's,
It's like
Yes.
right in.
yeah, if there's an area there that is, this is going to help you move your hips. It'll help release any, a lot of times, one of the reasons we have hip and lower back issues or knees even is because this whole pelvic area is very tight. So
Right.
finish up that. Notice you could do this on an airplane. I kind of love, this is sort of a sneaky, profound movement on an airplane. Okay. We're going to go to the wall. And we're going to, with the therapy ball and a brick, I'm going to do the chest opener and then the scapula, the upper back opener. Then we do a back bend at the wall. That might be about all the time we have, actually. Bridget's coming back. So you have one ball, you have a brick or a book, something to give you a little more space or a lot of space. If you have big boobage, you're going to want a larger brick. So you place the ball, the therapy ball, at the corner of pec minor and your upper arm bone, the head of the humerus. Place it there, and then you place the ball on the brick on the wall. You press in like Kathy's doing. Walk toward the wall a little bit, Kathy, so you're not leaning. So just stay there for a minute. This might catch your breath. Take your breath away. We're trying to create a little more openness, respiratory openness in the chest. So we can do a back bend at the wall. And now go bend your knees and straighten them. Oh, stay there. Oh, okay. My connection is still unstable, it says.
Silent again.
Okay. Bend your knees and straighten them about 6 to 9 times. And then a little side to side movement. So stop bending your knees and a little side to side movement. But staying in the same place, because the next move, we're going to go all the way across to the middle of the chest. But this one, you're still staying generally in the same location. And now place the ball below the clavicle, below the collarbone, still at that same outside edge, and then roll it all the way across to the sternum, not all the way across to the left clavicle, but all the way underneath the clavicle. This is an area that holds a lot of tension, and we can start to release it with this movement. Back and forth you go from the arm bone all the way across underneath the clavicle to the sternum, to the breastbone. We'll do that a couple more times. And if you want to, you can, while you're moving, you can shrug your right shoulder.
I'm on my left side. Shrug your left shoulder.
Yeah, the shoulder that you're on, the shoulder that you're working with. And then switch to the other side. Starting at the place where the head of the arm bone, the head of the the head of the humerus, sorry, meets the pec minor muscle, the chest, one of the chest muscles. And then from here, you can just put some pressure there, but then you can start to bend your knees and open and close up and down over that movement, over that location. And now start the side, go make a small movement side to side. We're running out of time, you guys, but I'm gonna try to finish this up and give us a wall back bend before we leave, before we go to Yoga Nidra. So a little side to side movement here. And now all the way across the front of the chest below the clavicle. So rolling the ball towards the sternum and then back out to the arm bone and across underneath the clavicle. Do that a couple more times. Yeah, and then let your ball, set aside your ball and your brick and put your back to the wall, bring your arms overhead, palms on the wall. So this is a back bend at the wall, one of my favorite poses these days, really good for posture, for upper back tension. And you're gonna stand up tall and then use your hands to press away and open the chest. And I'm not going to time because don't seem to have my phone here for some reason. So I'm just gonna guess. Keep breathing. This is a bone building pose. This is a postural pose. This is an upper back tension pose. And then come on down, shake it out and go back up. Up she goes. The arms overhead, the hands, palms on the wall behind you, elbows high, open the chest. You should not feel this in your lower back. If you do, you have to modify, make the movement smaller. This should all be felt in the upper back and the chest. Just stay here and breathe, and I'll try to time. I have a clock here, so even though I don't have my phone timer. I'll try to keep this for 30 seconds so that the osteocytes can start to build new bone. It's a miracle. It's a documented, scientifically proven miracle. If you load your bones, the osteocytes invite the bone to rebuild itself, even from osteoporosis and osteopenia. Okay, come on out of that and find your way onto the floor for Yoga Nidra 61-point guided meditation. We do this every week. This is how we close, Anna. And the more you do it, they say, the more benefit. So it's cumulative. Each time, each week, you spend a few minutes like this, the benefits will increase. Find your way onto your back, become comfortable and warm. You can keep your knees bent, you can extend your legs. You can put a towel, a blanket, you can put a blanket over you or put a over your eyes. I'm going to guide you through 61 points of the body. Please don't move, but just move your attention. Move your mind, but not your body. Starting with breath, breathing in and out, observing the belly as it rises and falls. Now, bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, spiritual heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center. This completes our 61-point guided yoga nidra meditation. Start to bring yourself back to the room. Wiggle fingers, toes, ankles, wrists. You can extend your legs and bring your arms overhead and stretch. Stretch and stretch and stretch. Hug your right knee to your chest and your left. Hug both knees and rock from side to side. And then roll over to your side, all the way over, using your bottom arm as a pillow. Stay here and breathe a couple breaths. And then use your top hand on the floor to push yourself away from the floor and bring yourself up to a floor-seated position without bending your spine to back. Everyone unmute themselves. I'm going to take Kathy off the spotlight and put gallery view here so I can see everybody. We're going to close by bringing our hands into prayer pose and then pressing, just so you could, maybe you can feel a little bit of the shoulder work we did and the chest work. Pressing, pressing, pressing. And then go release that. And make your prayer pose softly. Lift your occipital ridge up. And then roll forward. Roll the skull forward over the top of the spine, the top of the cervical spine. Bowing to each other. Honoring each other. Recognizing the light in each other. And knowing that we're all one. We'll close the class by saying to each other, Namaste.
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 Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.